Hi, this is my naturalistic teaching versus discrete trial video. This is part 1. For this section, we'll be doing the discrete trials. Our client this time is a 7-year-old with ASD. Their first target behavior is going to be at the table, which it doesn't always have to be at the table for a discrete trial, but in this instance it is. Our target behavior is identifying the letter A. Our reinforcers are Cheerios, which will be delivered about every third correct response. We have a a variable ratio of 3 for this one. Okay. What's this?
A.
Good job. Name something you drive with.
Car.
Good job. What do you sleep on?
A bed.
Do this. What's this?
A.
Awesome. Have some Cheerios. Ooh, eat them all. You sit on a
Chair.
Good job. Do this. Do this. What letter is this?
W.
Awesome. What's this?
A.
Excellent. Have some more Cheerios. So that was our first example of discrete trials. We had some distractors there with all the other questions and the other letters. Our target behavior was identifying the letter A, though. For our next example will be similar. It's the same client, 7-year-old male with ASD. Our target behavior this time will be touching your nose. And the first time I'm going to do it, I'm going to give a full physical prompt. Touch your nose, so I'll take his hand and I'll put it on his nose. And then as we go, I'll lessen the prompts. We'll hit a lot of trials because discrete trials are quick response and give a lot of opportunities for reinforcement. We'll use the same distractors for this example. Okay, ready? Touch nose. Good job. Oh, and our reinforcers are still Cheerios, but we have a fewer number of Cheerios, this time because we're going to be giving Cheerios on every instance because it's a newer target behavior. Touch mouth. Touch your nose. Good job. What letter is this?
B.
What do you sleep on?
Bed.
Touch your nose. Excellent. Have some Cheerios. And that'll continue on with more distractors. The first time I gave him the prompt, I gave him a full physical, we touched his nose. The second time we modeled, and the third time was just the verbal prompt, verbal SD. So those are my 2 examples for discrete trials. We have the main differences between discrete trials is that we had a lot of opportunities for reinforcement. We touched our nose 3 times really quickly. Same with the letter A. We moved fast, and it's a more it's not as natural as the naturalistic teaching. We sit and we're focused on the one specific target behavior. This is part 2 of my video. This is one example of naturalistic teaching. For this example, we'll be modeling our client will be a 13-year-old male with ASD. We're working on independent activities in home. So our example for this is going to be getting breakfast. So we have milk and cereal all set up as well as a bowl. So we have everything we need. The target behavior is going to be retrieving a spoon. And because this is a relatively new target behavior, I have a visual prompt of a spoon, it's supposed to be, sitting where the spoon would be. I also have set up the environment to where, so this is part 2 of my video. This is one example of naturalistic teaching. For this, our client is going to be a 13-year-old male with ASD. We're working on independent activities in the home. For this, we've set up in the environment for breakfast. So we have a bowl and some cereal and milk. The target behavior is going to be getting a spoon so that he can have breakfast. Because this is a new behavior, we've set up the environment with a few prompts. I have a visual prompt next to the bowl where the spoon would typically go. It's supposed to be a picture of a spoon. I can't really see if you can tell that, but it's a poor rendition anyways. And then the target behavior is going to be retrieving a spoon from the drawer, which we have left open for the client so that he can easily walk over and see the spoons. And as we practice over time, obviously the visual prompts in the drawer will be closed. We'll kind of lessen those. For naturalistic teaching, we're only going to be providing, for this instance, one trial is typically much fewer as opposed to discrete trials because it's a natural setting. So, here we go. Ready? Okay, it looks like you are all set up for breakfast. You've got your cereal and your milk in your bowl, but what are you missing?
Spoon.
Spoon. Go get your spoon. Excellent job. Good job. So for this, the reinforcement was verbal praise, as well as the natural reinforcer of now you can eat your breakfast because he's deprived of cereal and he's hungry. So there's one example of naturalistic teaching. All right, this is my second example of naturalistic teaching. For this, I'm going to be using my dog, Barley. He's 1. We've set up, the target behavior is going to be dropping the tennis ball. We've set it up so that we're going to be playing fetch, which is one of his favorite pastimes. I've set up the environment. Also, I've removed some of his other favorite toys so they're not distracting. I've closed the doors down the hallway so he doesn't wander or get the ball lost anywhere. So it's catch, target behavior will be throwing the ball, and his reinforcement, or target behavior is dropping the ball, giving it to me, and the reinforcement will be throwing it and getting to chase after it because it's one of his favorite things and one of his best reinforcers. We'll probably only get to do it a few times, depending on how cooperative he's deciding to be. But that's okay because it's naturalistic teaching and it's not, you don't typically get a ton of trials anyways. All right, Barley, are you ready? Sit. Sit. Ready? Go get it. So we set it up like a game, then his natural, normal kind of play. Good boy. Hey, Barley, come here. Drop. Barley. Barley, come here. Drop it. Hey. Drop. Drop it. Drop it. Good boy. Good boy. Ready? Get it. Come here. Drop it. Barley. Barley. Drop it. Good boy. Ready? Get one more good. Come here. Come on. Good boy. Hey, come here. Drop. Good boy. Okay, so that's our example of naturalistic teaching. Normally he'd play longer, but he hurt himself playing today, so he's a little tired, a little sore. But you can see the example. The target behavior was buried inside a natural game in his normal environment, playing ball in the house. And his reinforcement was getting to chase after it, just like it would be in a natural environment. It's different than discrete trial because we only have a few trials. We're not throwing in distractors and cards. We're not sitting at a table. It's more fluid and more natural. Go figure. All right. Thank you.